Hey guys, how you going? Okay, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but do you know there are stairs in the woods? And it's freaking people out. People all over the world are finding staircases in the middle of the woods with no buildings attached to them. Completely unexplained. It's starting to freak the internet out. Over the years there have been many tales about mysteries centering on the United States national parks. People go missing in these parks with some regularity. There have also been countless tales of cryptids and aliens being spotted. There's also been stories of spontaneous human combustion in national parks. And stories about hikers coming across the mysterious sets of stairs adds to the foreboding atmosphere of these national landmarks. According to the legends, hikers exploring national parks occasionally come across full sets of stairs placed randomly in the forest. They led up into the sky at various heights. They described these staircases as looking as if someone had cut a staircase out of a building and pasted it into the woods. There is never any evidence of other structures nearby, just a lonely set of stairs leading to nowhere. Some people even report seeing staircases that seem to have been placed on the ground upside down. The staircases are often made of brick or iron, but the condition varies. Sometimes they look brand new, and sometimes they're little more than just ruins. Some go straight up, and others spiral. Some have railings, and others don't. Those who have discovered the staircases even report seeing them covered in pristine carpet, white carpet. What is truly eerie is that these stairs are generally free from all dirt and debris, and show no evidence of activity from animals. Those who have seen the staircases state that it's almost as if the stairs exist in a bubble that protects them from everything else around them. The majority of the stories of the stairs in the woods come from the United States national parks. The majority of stories come from the United States, but, however, people from all around the world have begun telling their own tales of mysterious staircases found deep in the forest. There doesn't seem to be any pattern to where the staircases are spotted. Some who have discovered them have reported they've also found evidence of graves nearby. One person even claimed to see a staircase coming out of the water when they were boating on a lake in the woods. However, the only common factor in the stories is that they're typically found between 20 and 40 kilometres, or around 6 to 25 miles into the forest, far away from any other evidence of civilization. One story reported a staircase a staggering 60 kilometres, around 37 miles away from the edge of the forest. The legend of the stairs in the woods is a modern tale. Unlike many legends that are born far back in the beliefs of our ancestors, the legend of the stairs in the woods is a much more modern tale. This story was born on the popular social website Reddit. The legend began when a Reddit user claimed to be a member of a search and rescue team working in an unnamed United States national park posted to a website. He wanted to publicise his stories of the bizarre things he's witnessed while working in national parks. These are stories about paranormal disappearances, missing persons cases, and unexplained noises in the forest, all of which are claimed to be hushed up by the powers that be. However, the story that really seemed to strike a chord with the readers was the story of the mysterious staircases in the woods. According to the storyteller, they were perplexed by the sighting. They asked a colleague about the staircases, the first time they saw one, hoping for a simple explanation. The colleague stated that out-of-place staircases are a common sight for search and rescue personnel. However, the storyteller was warned to stay away from the staircases. No other explanation was forthcoming. Staircases are seen approximately every 5th trip into the forest. The storyteller goes on to say they see one of these mysterious staircases on approximately every 5th trip into the forest. This suggests that the stairs are often located near spots where people have gone missing. Readers of the story quickly jumped in to tell their own stories about strange stairs in the woods. Other search and rescue personnel, hikers, campers, and law enforcement staff members excitedly confirmed the story with accounts of their own encounters. Many other storytellers also stated that they spotted stairs near spots where people have gone missing or died, or witnessed paranormal events such as UFO or Bigfoots. Although it's certainly unusual to find a set of stairs standing alone perfectly clean in the woods, there isn't anything inherently paranormal about such a sight. However, anyone who's come across one of these mysterious staircases insists that there's more to the story than a simple architectural anomaly. Those who tell stories of encounters with these staircases all describe them as being unnervingly out of place in the natural landscape where they're found. A common thread among the stories is that just being near the staircases gives them a terrible feeling of dread, as if they were looking at something dangerous that was not meant for their eyes. Almost anyone who finds them has an overpowering urge to flee when they're looking at the stairs. The one thing that is apparent when reading the numerous accounts of stairs in the woods is that almost anyone who finds them has an overpowering urge to flee when they're looking at the stairs. There are almost no stories in which people actually go up the staircases or even get close to them. Instead, they quickly turn around and get as far away from the stairs as possible. Some even claim that it's common knowledge in their towns that the stairs are not to be trifled with. However, there are a few accounts of brave souls who walk close to the stairs. However, one person who also claims to be a member of a search and rescue team reports walking up a staircase covered in perfectly clean white carpet. They stated at first everything seemed normal. However, when they reached the top, the air became oppressively silent. They couldn't even hear the sound of their own breath. Terrified, they quickly ran back down the stairs and caught up with the rest of their team. However, according to the team leader, they'd been missing for hours. When at the top of the stairs, they began to see things in the trees. Another person who climbed up a staircase similarly reports that the walk up the stairs was normal. However, at the top, they began to see things in the trees. They said that someone with a dark, lean face and round black eyes was staring at them from the foliage. This hiker only caught a glimpse of the face before it disappeared, and the hiker quickly ran back to the bottom of the staircase. This hiker also reported that they seemed to have lost a large chunk of time while on the stairs. Very few people have actually captured a photo of the staircases that they found in the woods, making the phenomena even more mysterious. Also, anyone who comes across one of these sets of stairs and tries to go back and find it again is inexplicably unable to do so. It seems as if you only get one glimpse of a particular set of stairs before it disappears. Many people believe that the stories about these sylvan staircases are entirely fictional. After all, they did originate in the No Sleep section of Reddit, a forum where users regularly craft eerie yet believable works of fiction. However, the Reddit users who read the original story and added their own tales seem to give the tales some validity. While No Sleep readers often play along with the stories, the accounts they give in this case are too detailed and numerous to be dismissed. Believers have come up with several explanations for the presence of the staircases. Those who believe in the staircases do in fact exist have come up with several explanations for their presence. One of the most commonplace theories asserts that the staircases are just remnants of long-forgotten settlements, probably those that were hastily erected to mine the nearby land. Those who believe this theory state the buildings most likely rotted away, leaving behind the sturdier staircases. However, not everyone holds to this prosaic explanation. Some believe that the staircases were built to be used as pulpits for occult ceremonies. And that's what I would assume. Yet neither of these theories explains the feelings of dread that are associated with the stairs, or why they can never be spotted for a second time. There have been other more paranormal theories about the stairs. Are the stairs gateways to another dimension? Some believe that the staircases are most likely gateways to another dimension, or even hell itself. However, one of the more popular theories comes from a psychic who publicised her thoughts in a blog post. She claims to have psychically explored several of these staircases. Allegedly, there is a clear energy shift near the staircases, and that getting too close to them with her mind causes her emotions to become numb. According to the blog, the staircases are used as locations for aliens' abductions. She says that the stairs serve as portals through the many layers of the earth, so that aliens can take their victims away to experiment on them. According to her, this is why the staircases are so often spotted by search and rescue personnel looking for missing people. And another story is as a travel blogger. It's my responsibility to tell you about all the interesting things I experience while catching a glimpse of every nook of this beautiful world. Then be it bears on the roof of stairs in the woods. That didn't make any sense. Today I will share with you my recent experience that was mysterious, creepy and unique, or antique. This happened when we were on a trip with our friends. To be honest, we aren't one of those who are scared of anything, but there are certain things that can give you hair-raising experiences. It was about a week ago when we all went on a trip to an isolated forest. We had planned to do camping at the site and exploring, so that I can share information about the place. After all, everyone is in search of offbeat places. After reaching, we set up the tents and everything we thought of wandering. But this is not making much sense. I still have a mixed feeling of agreeing to the idea, like, what on this God's green planet was I thinking about? I felt positive about the decision because I got to know about the mysterious thing that was out of the world, and I felt negative because it came in a sudden and creepiest way. I'll tell you how. We were all laughing and enjoying our vacay mode, clicking pictures, talking and walking without any fear. You know, every group has a person that over-exaggerates things, right? And we were also outgoing. By this I mean they literally go out of the way. We also have one, Roy. We were all heading north and decided we would stay together, but Roy, as usual, went ahead. We weren't worried about him until we heard the scream. We hurriedly went towards the direction he went. As we reached there, he was sitting on a staircase holding his foot. We were surprised not because he was sitting holding his foot like a 5-year-old kid, but because there was a staircase in the woods that led to nowhere. As we were going near the stairs, we felt strange. It was like staircases were hypnotizing us. We were drawn towards it. Usually this happens when you see something mesmerizing, but the stairs that were in front of us were older than ruins. As we were going to step on the staircase, Roy pulled us back and said, "Let's go." We tried to ask him why, but he started his tape recorder on, "I want to go back, let's go," and was continuously whining about the scratch he got. We didn't have any other option left. The whole day he reacted strangely and it was quite unlike anything. We haven't seen him like this ever. As time was ticking, our concern towards him grew, and until the evening our curiosity to know what happened to him went to the peak. We were sure all this happened because of the creepy and mysterious stairs in the woods. We asked him about his weird behaviour, and he said he felt some energy pulling him towards the stairs, and that it was not normal at all. It was more like paranormal activity. He couldn't see anything except for the stairs. This was enough to give us spine-chilling vibes. A sudden whoosh of wind would scare us, and then we decided to look upon the internet as soon as we get network coverage. The next morning, after moving out of the woods, I was totally on Google to search about it, and the following are the places I found. Number 1, the Vanishing Staircase in the 1940s. If we talk about Vanishing Staircase, they have a story of disappearing every 2 or 3 days and reappearing again at a distance of 50 metres or so. Researchers say stairs emitted the frequency, but receivers are still unknown. Ghostly Staircase in Sweden. Another story about another staircase describes a paranormal experience where one of two friends felt the presence of a third. A creepy thing is the tap he received on the shoulder was chilly cold. The Loretto Chapel Staircase, Madame Sherry's Stairs. One of the staircase in the woods is the ruined royalty known as Madame Sherry's Stairs. It is said that Madame Sherry's parties were the royal of all and had all the scandalous things in it. And then there are pyramids. and Ranger's creepy stairs in the forest. Next is Ranger's creepy stairs, where a forest ranger experienced something oddly terrifying. He went to help a young man who climbed up a tree and held his hand out to catch the branch, but there was something that cut his hand. No one knows what it was. It's still a mystery. And the creepiest part is his hand was never found. Okay, and deeper into the search and rescue person who originally spoke about the stairs in the woods. I don't know if this is true in every SAR unit, but mine, it's sort of an unspoken regular thing we run into. On just about every case where we're really far into the wilderness, I'm talking about 30 to 40 miles at some point, we'll find a staircase in the middle of the woods. It's almost like you took the stairs in your home, cut them out, and put them in the forest, they write. I asked about it the first time I saw some, and the other officer just told me not to worry about it, that it was normal. Everyone I asked said the same thing. I wanted to go check them out, but I was told very emphatically that I should never go near any of them. I just sort of ignore them now when I run into them because it happens so frequently. They went on to explain one SAR officer had seen staircases that were flipped upside down. I guess it would be like if you had a dollhouse and the stairs were a separate piece. Now take that, flip it upside down so the top step is stuck in the dirt, and put it out in the woods. Others quickly chimed in with similar experiences. How about that? I didn't realise the stairs were that common, a Reddit user wrote. They explained I came across a set in rural West Virginia. I don't think I was quite 40 miles deep, but at least 10 or better. I thought maybe a house had once stood there, but there was no cellar or other debris that would indicate a home was there before. Just a set of stairs with a base that went up maybe one flight, 16 or so steps if I remember right, and sturdy, could barely shake 'em. I didn't climb up though, worried it might break or fall over, and I was alone. Another user saw some in Michigan. They write, an hour east of Ironwood there is a clearing in the forest that has stairs. I was hiking and exploring with my cousins, and we stumbled upon a clearing about half a football field long. Had a few staircases, but not against trees, just standing in the open. They looked like stairs from normal suburban home. Kind of old though. The older cousin decided to investigate. He walked to the stairs to see how many they were being held up. How they were being held up. Couldn't find anything, which weirded him out. He made us all leave. Grass didn't grow near the stairs either. One set of stairs was even found in the middle of a lake, with one comment claiming I distinctly remember facing a set of stairs coming out of the lake with my family. My father, sister and I had been on a trip in the boat. We were riding fairly close to the shore, rounded a corner, and came upon a set of stairs sticking 3 to 4 feet out of the water. Nothing else around at all. While most of the stories come from the United States, others around the world claim to have encountered the weird stairs too. A German Redditor is one of the few people to have snapped an image of the stairs they stumbled upon. They write, I saw some stairs in the woods a few years ago. Didn't know what to think of them and took a picture. They were covered in moss but had a railing on one side. While the stairs in the photo aren't as grandiose as those imagined in other people's tales, they still seem unnervingly out of place. Just metal stairs in the middle of the woods surrounded by trees, leading nowhere. One user claims to have seen the stairs in Portugal, writing about the stairs. I've seen a few stairs leading up to nowhere in Portuguese forests and fields. They don't look creepy. Perhaps the only unsettling thing about them is there's no visible signs of that area ever having a building. A Norwegian Redditor says they've come across the staircases too and it scared them silly. I made an account just to post this comment a few months back while visiting Gramps in Lillesand, now South Norway. We went hiking. Nothing big, just a walk and a picnic in some woods. With us were my niece and nephew, who were both quite young. So I joined them in hide and seek while the proper grown-ups had coffee and whatnot, they write. Me and my nephew were first to hide, but we split up, and I ran alone quite a ways into a thicket of woods. And I found a staircase, nothing remarkable, riddled with moss, and made from what looked like really old concrete with large pebbles of rocks in it. It didn't really seem out of place at the time, but thinking back anyway, I decided it was fit for a hiding place, but after only a few seconds of squatting behind it, I got up and stepped back. I couldn't shake the feeling that I really shouldn't be anywhere near it. I suddenly had this feeling of being severely unwelcome, and that I should get as far away from it as possible. So I to my family and didn't look back. So I ran to my family and didn't look back. Thinking about it now still gives me the same sort of, I don't know, twisted, wrong feeling. There are several theories about what the stairs may be. Perhaps they're simply the foundation of fleeting and long-lost settlements, particularly from America's 1800s gold rush. Sturdy cases having survived 200 years of weather, rot and erosion, whereas wooden structures didn't. Others have more sinister ideas. Perhaps they aren't stairs at all, but a pulpit for a preacher holding some kind of dark-sided, clandestine gathering. Perhaps they're a gateway to another dimension, or to hell. It's hard to know, as few have ever dared climb the staircases, with most who say they encountered them, reporting feeling unnerved, unwelcome, or even nauseous in their presence, leading them to flee. However, one brave Reddit user based in Detroit says they've climbed on one such abandoned staircases, and the results are unsurprisingly spooky. I found the staircase while walking through foliage so thick I didn't see it until it was almost underfoot. The stairs were made of loose cobble and moist earth, like they were the work of masonry once long ago. I climbed the stairs thoughtlessly, half expecting there to be a landing to greet me at the top. There wasn't, though. Just another crumbly step and an unimpressive view. Something caught my eye as I craned my head. The bushes were packed tight, except where the stumps of dead trees formed sunken wells around them. And from one of the craters someone was looking at me. I remember clearly their dark, lean face, their round black eyes. No sooner had I seen the face than it disappeared again. Only then did I have the foresight to take off down the steps and back through the bushes and brambles. Another user had a foreboding warning for those who come across the staircase, writing, "Stairs in the woods are a thing where I'm from, but we know that we shouldn't go near them, and avoid them when we run into one. That's what I've been told by my family." Now, there are a few issues with the story, compelling as they are. First of all, okay, we read that. They are from Reddit, no sleep. But while the fictional stories seem to begin as something that may be fictional, those who discuss their own experiences appears to have dropped the facade of fiction and simply relayed weird experiences they had finding unusual structures in the wood. However, it's telling that almost no photos exist of these staircases, just stories of people having seen them. Some have insisted the tales are no more than a creepypasta, a bit of scary folklore that spreads around the internet and is only vaguely based in fact. Either way, the tales are compelling. There's something inherently discomforting about abandoned buildings and ghost towns, doubly so when they're deep in the forest, miles from civilization. They're an echo of what once was, and has passed with little trace. A faraway time where our ancestors endured hardships we can barely imagine. Imagine behind scant evidence of having existed at all. Leaving behind scant evidence of having existed at all. Just some stairs in the woods and a faded gravestone. You guys can let me know what you think of this. I just found it interesting. It was just something that I wished to share. And there is another set of staircases. There are actual pictures of these staircases, so whoever said there were no pictures of them didn't look into stairs in the woods on Google. There aren't many of them, but they are there. Now, some of them may be from buildings, but I don't know if you've been noticing with the pictures, there aren't any ruins around it. There's nothing there to suggest there was a building there at all. And why would the staircase last when the rest of the building didn't? You can let me know what you think. Do you believe that these could be altars of some sort? And we know about missing people in the woods and all the tunnels. Let me know what you think down below, guys. I'll be back with another video soon. I hope you don't mind the stories that or the videos that I'm putting up on here. They're just for you guys, but I find them interesting. Okay guys, have a good one. Bye.